toenails and blistered heels, saw stains streaking down my face. Sun is beating, muscles scream, but I'm moving at my pace. Run the riot! Leave the world behind! Run the riot! You free your body and your mind!
All right, today on the Run the Riot podcast, we got Katie Gunvalson. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Great. Good to see you. We tried to do this a few times, but life is busy.
Yeah. Life is busy, especially around the holidays. I mean, come on.
I know. You know, when I reached out, to, a few different people, and it's like, let's just try. If not, it's all good.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So, where are you right now? I don't even know, because I look at where you've done these FKTs are all over the place. So where are you recording from?
Yeah. I live in Portland, Oregon, so I'm on the West Coast. Yeah.
Okay, so here's something really cool. I've been I'm in the Bigfoot 200 this August, so I've been listening to more podcasts about, and I've been there before. I DNF, but I'm going back, and so I've been I don't know, just getting mentally ready for all the training and everything to get out there. So.
Yeah, awesome. Oh, I've heard great things about that course.
Yeah, it's a booger. There's some tough spots, and it's one of the most rugged ones. Have you been into that area at all?
Is it NorCal? I'm not sure where it is.
It is. Let's see. It starts in, I don't know, and it finishes in Randall. We started the blast zone of Mount St.
Oh, it's in
Helen.
Washington.
Yeah,
Oh,
Washington. Yeah. So it's not
okay.
not far from. Yeah, we flew into your area to get there. So yeah, it's in Washington. So it's all that around you. Run through the blast zone and all the volcanic rocks, and it gives in the middle of nowhere. Like,
Yeah,
like
Washington is. I have such a soft spot for Washington. This a little tidbit. You said you don't have a lot of background on me, but my first ever like multi-day FKT thing was a record attempt on the Washington section of the Pacific Crest Trail, and I've gone back for that like 4 or 5 times and have not been successful, but just absolutely love Washington and just could go there forever. Yeah,
That's great. Well, so this is my ignorance of some of these things. So I see Pacific Crest Trail Section A. That's Section A, I guess.
yeah. It's the first. It's like 110 miles or something. It's in the desert, so that one's in California. Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Oh, okay. So it's not the one you're talking about then.
It's not. No, no. I was not successful in Washington, unfortunately. But one day.
Okay. So what do you like about that section? What?
Oh gosh, Washington, I'm like obsessed with the North Cascades. Have you been
Okay.
up there? The
No,
mountains
not a
are
whole.
just incredible. They're just endless. They go forever, and they've got these like really great craggy peaks, and you really can't access that area until like July or August most years, and then
Yeah.
snow comes back end of September or October. So you have
Yeah.
such a short window, and it just feels really special there. Yeah.
Nice. Well, let's do just a big rewind,
Yeah.
and how did you, I looked at your ultra sign up, and like, there's not a whole lot there, but you're out there killing these FKTs all over the place, and you're meeting. The reason I contacted you is because my friend Nick Fowler said you need to get her on, and so I need to know how you got to know him or whatever. But we'll get there. But how did you get into this, and what draws you to what you're doing rather than jumping into all these races like most people do?
Yeah. So I have a running background.
Okay.
I started running after college. I didn't run or play sports in school or anything like that. But I picked up running after college. I started running marathons
Yeah.
and just was like really into it. Loved it so much. Ran on the roads for about a decade, and then the pandemic hit, and everything just sort of shifted for me.
Yeah.
I started trail running. Races were canceled. There were like wasn't any road stuff going on anymore. So out here in Portland, there's this amazing trail network just within the city. Like I can access it from my doorstep, basically.
Oh man.
So over the pandemic, I got curious and I started exploring all these trails. in my backyard, and got really interested in the Pacific Crest Trail, and just, I don't know, it just kind of like took off for me. And um, I, I'm losing train of my thought. Okay.
No, it's all right. It's all
Sorry. I
right.
can cut out some of that.
No, well,
Um,
yeah, what I
go.
was going to say is, like many, I started, doing the road, the marathons and all. And when the
Hmm.
first time I did a half marathon trail race or whatever, I was like, oh my gosh, this is it. Like, this is different, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Everything just
And
kind of clicked in a different way. Like
yeah.
I love road running a lot, but I was
Mhm.
truthfully getting pretty burned out on just like the specifics of like trying
Oh
to
yeah.
get faster every single season, and doing these road races that were like really beating my body up. And then
Mhm.
the trail was like, it was fun and casual and beautiful, and I got to see all these amazing things, and it was just such a different experience. And it just kind of like took hold of me, and I did more and more trail running, and eventually then went after that, the Washington Pacific Crest Trail section. I did that. That
Yeah.
was my first like multi-day thing, and it was a supported endeavor. So I went out there with, my husband was my crew, and I had a couple
Nice.
friends, and I did it like runner style, right? So I had like
Yeah.
a running pack and all the runner stuff, and got humbled very, very quickly. and
It's not the
and
same.
it's not the same. It's so hard. There was so much I didn't know, and my main takeaway from that experience was that I had no idea what I was doing.
You
and
found out you found out what
yeah,
you don't know.
I
Yeah.
found out that I was definitely, I was a good runner, but I wasn't a good hiker, and I knew
Mm,
nothing about through hiking or doing multi-day stuff. And
yeah.
so I really stepped back and spent the next like 4 or 5 years just working on those skills. I did a lot of like casual through hiking, and I came into this as a runner, like a road runner,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I wanted to learn what through hikers were doing, what
Yeah.
people who were like living on the trail for 5 months at a time, like what are those skills? And
Yeah.
yeah, I've just spent all this time kind of like merging them together. But to go back to your ultra sign up question, trail races are great, but they're kind of expensive. And I've been fascinated with this multi-day endeavors, and I've put all my resources into the FKT stuff, and
Yeah.
unfortunately that has left little for the trail races. But it's super funny because you can like look me up and you can think that maybe I don't have so much running experience, but
Yeah.
I do.
I should have gone to Athlinks and looked at your road
Oh,
running,
totally.
like yeah, yeah. To
Yeah,
find
yeah, there's a lot
find your
there.
PR for a marathon and talk about that.
Totally. Yes, I'm there.
No, that's cool. So, it's funny. So you said during the pandemic, and we always joke because I was running been running trail races for a while. My first ultra on the trail was 2013, and so when the pandemic came, we were just still doing the trail races, but then these road runners came in. Now you got to tell me
Uh-huh.
if you were one of these road runners who came onto the trail. And so we're running and we're doing I think it was a 50 miler we were doing, and everything is 50-mile ish. And so
Mhm.
it was a multi-loop, and I'm running with this guy who was obviously a road runner, and I found out after he was, and he was like, this course is long. This loop was supposed to be whatever. And I was like, whatever, man, we get bonus miles.
Yeah,
It
you're
was
like,
just
"Chill out, man. There's gonna be a beer at the end." Like
yeah, yeah, yeah. Just man, eat an Uncrustable. Let's go. It's
yeah, totally.
like, but we joke around about that, and but then a lot of people who through the pandemic, like you, kind of fell in love. They were just doing what they could, and like, oh, this is so much more. Now, were you kind of an outdoorsy person anyway? Did you like being outside? I mean, like in the woods or camping or
Uh-huh.
anything like that, or you just kind of like realize, yeah.
I do now.
Okay,
I
okay.
do now.
Yeah, yeah,
But truthfully, like I didn't grow up camping. I didn't grow up backpacking. Like my first time camping was, I was probably almost 30 years old by the time I like went camping for the first time. So this was all totally new for me. Like I had to learn everything. Like I didn't know. I was
yeah.
terrified of everything. Didn't know how to do anything.
There's like
and
wild
and
things
and
out
was
there,
not, yeah, like not experienced, like didn't grow up doing, no. nothing like
Wow,
this.
and now you're like a dirtbag trail girl.
And now I'm
know?
a true dirtbag. Yes.
That's so good. I love it. Oh, are you originally from Portland area?
No, I grew up on the East Coast actually. So,
Oh, wow.
so,
Okay.
and we'll get to the OT, but the OT was great because it was very reminiscent of like the outdoors on the East Coast that I grew up around.
Yeah, yeah. No,
Yeah.
that's fantastic. Yeah, so I mean, you had to learn. You realized you had
Uh-huh.
to learn, and so the best way to learn is just to get out there and spend time
Do
on
it.
the trails. And so what's funny is you talk about races are expensive or whatever, but well, I guess when I start looking into like doing fast pack stuff or like I'm going camping and just hiking and stuff, well, you can buy what you need pretty cheap, but if you want light stuff and all that
Oh
stuff's
yeah.
that Cuban fiber stuff, man,
Totally.
that's like its
No,
weight in
that's what I
gold.
mean. That's what I mean. I had to choose. It was like,
Okay,
do
okay,
I want to run a race or do I want an ultralight tent?
A fraction of an ounce toothbrush.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so good. Okay, I get you now. We're tracking. We're tracking.
Yeah. I just have priorities.
I understand. Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. So, no, so that's pretty amazing. So you get out there, you're doing it, and you start attacking these FKTs. And so what, because you're not much on ultra sign up, I'm looking at
Sure.
your FKTs that you had on there, and so I see in 2024. Tell me, what is the Kings Mountain Elk Mount Loop? It didn't even tell me. I didn't see how far that is. What is that?
It's super short. It's just like
Okay.
a little local thing here on the Oregon. It's like the coastal mountains.
Okay.
And it's like this mountain loop that goes up to two summits. On the coastal range, it goes up to Kings Mountain and Elk Mountain.
Okay.
And it's just this great route that I
Yeah.
love out here. And yeah, just got so most of my FKTs are much shorter. But I've been working on the multi-day distance stuff for several years and really just had my first success this last year. So it's
Okay.
been a long time in the making. Yeah.
So okay, so I need okay, first of all, how do you know Nick? How do you know Nick Fowler?
Yeah. So this is a great story. Okay. So we both hiked the Arizona Trail in 2023, like just
Okay.
casually.
Hmm.
We did not meet on the trail. He was actually ahead of me. But my aunt is a trail angel down there. So she
Yeah.
helps out hikers while they're on trail. And so she met Nick and that was like the end of it. And then so she had met Nick and I was familiar with who he was. And I was like, wow, you know Nick Fowler? Like crazy.
Yeah.
And then so my aunt had told us, my husband and I, that they had met. And then I was getting ready for the PCT in 2024.
Okay.
And so I had asked my aunt to connect us because I wanted to pick his brain about all the FKT stuff.
Yeah.
And so she connected us and he was super nice and gave me all his beta and everything. And I thought that would be the end of it, but he ended up following along on my PCT hike, and we stayed in touch. And I don't know, we've just kind of really connected over the PCT, and I helped him this last summer on his supported attempt.
Hmm.
And yeah, we've just became great
I love it.
friends.
I love it. I love it. Well, it's funny because we're going to talk about the OT and
Uh-huh.
the way Nick, I'm in the Tulsa area. Nick's in this area,
Hmm.
but he was on the OT, and one of my Louisiana friends, where I'm from, met him on the OT when he was training, and then told me I needed to contact him because he was from my area and get him on. And so I've had him on the podcast a few times, and he's a friend now. I mean, so it's just kind of
Totally.
it's crazy how small world.
Really
The trail,
is.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and so now we're talking. So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
Yeah, and truthfully, he is who brought me to the OT. I was not familiar with that
that was my
trail
next
at all.
question. I was
Yeah.
wondering how in the world did you end up with that? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so this is pretty good. So where should I start this story? I became familiar with the OT, and Nick brought it up to me. So this last spring, I went for the Arizona Trail FKT,
Okay,
and I unfortunately got injured about 200 miles in, so I was
Oh,
not successful.
what
Um,
happened? Just curious. Just
um, I had like a um like a tendon thing in my shin. It was basically I was carrying a lot of weight and doing a lot of steep up and down,
okay. Yeah,
which my body did not like.
it wasn't ready. It wasn't ready
It
yet.
wasn't ready, and I was carrying too much weight, and yeah, it just was too much.
And Arizona's 8. What is it? 8.
It's about 800. Yep,
Okay.
800
Okay. Yeah.
miles.
And so 200 in. Yeah. Yeah. So-
Yeah. Yeah, you still have a lot to go. So I ended my attempt there, and that failure had kind of come off of, like I said, kind of like a string of failures. Like I had
Mm,
attempted Washington several times and that they were all unsuccessful. And then I went for the PCT in 2024 and that was also unsuccessful. And then went for Arizona Trail, unsuccessful. And so I'm reeling after this and I'm having a conversation with Nick and he's like, you know, you need something smaller. Like maybe scale back. Like don't go for the 800-mile premier FKT route. Like
yeah.
maybe just start smaller. And he's like, there's this trail out here. It's great. It's like it's super tough and challenging, but you could totally come out here and do it. And I was like, yeah, whatever. And just like filed it away in my
Yeah.
brain,
Yeah.
and the rest of the year kind of played out. I went and helped Nick on his supported attempt. We were also unsuccessful there. And then after that, I went for the Oregon Coast Trail, and that was my first like really big win
Yeah. Yeah.
in the multi-day stuff. So I got that record. It was the overall women's time, and that was super exciting. And
Seven
after
seven
that,
days, 19 hours. Yeah.
yeah, 7 days,
Fantastic.
19 hours. It's
How many
about
miles?
425.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Um, so that was awesome. And I basically went from feeling like, I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to do this
Mm.
to, wow, what else can I do?
Oh,
And
I love it.
so,
I love it.
so I was looking for the next thing. I knew for sure I wanted to do something in the fall. Arizona was my natural next choice, but there was a trail closure this fall. So it was off limits for an FKT. And the OT just kind of like kept coming back up. Like Nick's like, I'm out here, I can help you. It'll be great. And and it really was, because the OT is, man, it's tough.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
It is. It
Yeah.
is rugged. It is technical. It's just offers like so many challenges that I don't have access to on the West Coast. That
Yeah.
it was just this like really great, unique thing that I could go and do. And anyway, it just like took hold of my brain, and I knew it was the one I wanted. And in the fall, or yeah, in November, I just went out there and
Just
made it happen.
well. Um, before we get into the OT, big time. You keep doing these things, and you use the word. I failed because you had a
hmm
goal. You're trying to do it, and you kept failing. What is it? What was it in you that kept, I don't know, that kept driving you to continue? Because a lot of people when they keep setting goals and they fail, they'll just give up. What's different for you that you said, you know what, I'm gonna keep going and figure this out, and that kept you going until you figured it out?
I think I just really love it.
Yeah.
I love the challenge of it. It's
Mm,
so hard and you have to get so many things right and you can fail for so many reasons.
yeah.
And I love the challenge of like putting all the pieces together, but I also just love the experience of it. I
Mm,
love being outside. I love being on the trail. I love the extreme states that you're pushed into when you're doing this sort of effort. Like you just experience it in this like really incredible way that you don't get in your day-to-day life. And so I
yeah.
think even though I wasn't having the success I necessarily wanted, I loved the experience of doing it.
Mm,
And I just
yeah.
wanted to keep doing it.
Yeah.
And I think I just really hoped that eventually it would pay off and work out
Yeah.
and it did.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's it's fantastic, and I can relate. And I know a lot of like ultra runners that are listening. I get people ask all the time, like, "Why do you do that? Like, why do you
Yeah.
why do you plan these things and go run, 200 miles in the
Because
desert.
it sounds miserable, right?
Well, sometimes it is,
like people
let's be
think
honest.
I'm crazy. Yeah, people are like, that doesn't sound fun at all. And I'm like,
even when you talk about it and you're like, oh, night 2 and I was falling asleep while I was on, I fell and whatever,
Totally.
and they're like, oh, that's fun, you idiot. But it's same thing, and it's similar, but ours it's a little different. But the process, like you got to get your body ready, you got to figure out what you're going to need and when you're going to need it and how you're going to do it, and so it's even in races in ultra running, you can do it crewed or uncrewed. And so it's a little bit similar, because I've done a lot of my races. I just show up and no crew and a few drop bags and just go, and I've had my really good success. My fastest 100 miler was that, so it's.
Yeah. Okay. I have this, so my multi-day records they're all overall records, which means I was faster than the supported time. And I have this like theory that like people think that supported is automatically faster, but the truth is all those things can really slow you down, and you can be way more efficient if you're just on your own. You've got your stuff dialed. Like clearly, like the proof is in the pudding.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, and because part of my, like my and for some of my longer ones, my wife should cruise me, but like I don't know if it's just by myself. I grab what I need, I get what I need, and I go, and just keep moving. I don't have to worry about, oh, they've been waiting here for me for hours, and now I'm gonna peace out real quick, because that plays in your head a little bit, and I'm like, might as well keep moving if I'm by myself, just
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like what am I gonna do here?
Yeah,
just keep going.
Just keep going. I can eat my whatever while I'm moving.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, that's good, and I can understand. So okay, like I'm going back to Bigfoot. I did DNF Bigfoot, on my first attempt, and I've done that same thing with Moab. I DNF'd, and then I went back and like there was like, I got unfinished business. I got to go back and try again. And people are like, why you want to go back? It's like because I didn't do what I was planning to do,
and also I got to go back. Like, you can do it, right?
Yeah,
like you see the error and whatever went wrong, and how you can fix it, and yeah, you just like have to go back.
Yeah, exactly. Like, okay, this didn't work. Well, I know what I'm going to do next time, and I'll put that tool in my belt. Like, all right, I have that tool now. And so, like when we, and we call them like we failed, we call it failure or DNF, whatever. But if you learn from it, and it's you still it lessens the blow. Yeah,
totally.
How did you handle, before you started having the success this last year with were you, because you put, everybody listening knows you put time and effort, you're training your butt off, you're preparing for this. Do you do spreadsheets?
I do.
Okay. I do too. You do your spreadsheets, you plan it out, you try to be meticulous because you need to be when you're trying to do something that's really hard. And then boom, you fall flat. So how did mentally, like right after, what's that process for you?
It was very difficult.
Okay.
I spent a lot of time feeling pretty bad about myself and wondering if I really could do it,
Yeah.
I think what really helped me through it was continuing to try, like just continuing to show up for myself and like just continuing to learn different things, and then really having other people believe in me and tell me that I could do it and push me forward. I think prior to this year, I wanted to give up. Like, I'll be honest, I wanted to quit. But at the same time, as I just said, I love the experience of it so much. I wasn't ready. Like, I wasn't ready to just never do it again.
Yeah.
I just wanted to stop.
Hike the trails without a goal. There's something about having a goal. Like being out there is great. But yeah.
It's hard. I would like try to go on things more casually and then find myself wanting to challenge myself and like see what else I could do. And I don't know. I don't know exactly if I have an answer to like how I kept doing it, other than continuing to just show up and do what you love, even if it's not like producing results. Because like results aren't everything,
No, they're not. They're not. Yeah, sometimes it's hard. Like when I DNF, you lick your wounds, and then
Hmm.
and sometimes it takes a little while, like you said, to want to go back again, and for that fire to kind of because it does throw water on it, but but when that fire reignites, it's like okay, let's figure this out. All right, I can figure it out. But
Yeah.
yeah, but we're human and it's gonna kick you in the teeth, but or whatever. So
Totally.
when you don't do it. But um so um so when you did the Oregon Coast Trail, I mean
Hmm.
that's a 7 day, it's long, and that's multi-day. And so I just want to, before we even get into the OT, you're hitting highs and lows. I mean, there's no doubt. And I tell people, if you're pushing, if any ultra or long distance, if you're pushing, if you're trying to achieve something, you're gonna hit some highs, but you're gonna hit some lows. And
Hmm.
so when you hit those lows, how do you, I don't know, how do you deal with it mentally and physically? What are you telling yourself? What are you doing?
Like on an actual FKT,
Yeah, when you're in the
like
middle
in
of
the
it.
run. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, okay. Well, I think that what has really helped me, especially like once I started having success, what has helped me is to like embrace all the things that go wrong and just
Mm,
sort of accept it as part of the experience. So
love
like
it.
when it happens, like I'm trying to think of like a common problem. Like I have a really bad blister and it hurts every time I step, and you're
Yeah.
just like, oh, I finally have a blister. And it's like, here's the problem. Like, here's the thing I get to work on. Here's like
Yeah,
the challenge. And then you solve it. And then the next thing comes up and then you solve it. So you kind of like gamify it in a way and just make
I
it
like it.
like you're never gonna have a perfect run. Like a run
Mhm.
over 420 miles or whatever is never going to be like you're
Yeah,
gonna hit obstacles. And to expect it to be different is setting yourself up to have a pretty negative experience
yeah.
versus welcoming those challenges and being like, great, let's go. Like, how do I figure this out? And approaching
Mm,
them with like enthusiasm and like welcoming them as part of it has like
that's
really
good.
helped me work through those things. Yeah. And it makes it
That's
fun.
good. Yeah, yeah. Well, I was explaining to somebody this week about that kind of similar, on Moab I had terrible blisters. I have cool
Hmm.
video of them popping them and stuff. It was awesome. It's gross. But but I had to my feet hurt, but I had to just
Hmm.
say, even after we taped them up and dealt with it, I was like, okay, they hurt. I'm gonna
Hmm.
deal with it later. I just made a conscious decision. I'm gonna deal with this later. And
Yeah.
then I kept moving. And then I just kind of, all right, there's nothing I can do, just keep
Yeah.
moving.
This is
And
this is a
after
future David problem.
yeah, yeah, exactly. After
Yeah.
the race, that's what hurt
Uh-huh.
the most. But I finished the race. It was fine. Just I'll deal with
Yeah.
this later. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and to, like, expect that your feet aren't going to hurt is just I
yeah,
like, go
yeah,
in with proper expectations that it's all gonna go to crap and it'll be great.
yeah. That's it. That's it. Okay, okay. We're here. We're expecting to get here.
Yeah.
How am I going to deal with
Yeah,
it?
now what?
Yeah.
Yeah, and really, like, for me, I think that is the most interesting part of multi-day because,
Mm,
like, I mean, in 100 or something, you can encounter some of those problems, but, like, I don't encounter any of this stuff in a marathon. In a
yeah,
marathon,
yeah,
it's a few hours, it's over, go eat a
yeah,
meal. But on a multi-day thing, you're just like constantly one thing after the next, after the next, after the next. And like that is what keeps it interesting and exciting and like why I want to do it. Like I want to
yeah,
do it because it's hard. I don't want
yeah,
to do
yeah,
it because it's easy.
yeah, yeah. That's part of the and you got something to talk about after, you know what I mean? Like if it was
Yeah.
all just a breeze, you'd be like, I should have tried something harder. I should have
Boring.
gone
Yeah.
faster or whatever. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. Well, so you did the Oregon Coast Trail, you did self-supported. So that means
I
if
did.
you're self-supported, you can leave yourself bags in certain areas. Is that is
You can. On the Oregon Coast Trail, I was self-supported and all of my resupplies were at like gas stations or
okay.
convenience stores. So
Yeah.
on that trail, I actually didn't have anything like prepared that I had done, which
Oh,
is different than the OT. But so on that
yeah.
trail, I was just buying things as I
Okay.
as I went.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool. That's interesting.
Yeah.
But I'm
So
sure
you
you
just like start with your bag of food and then
yeah. You hope
Go
you
until
hit,
you find some more.
I was gonna say you hope you hit, but like you plan, like okay,
Right.
I'm gonna have to hit
Yes.
this area when resupply when it's
Yes.
something's open, or I'm gonna be screwed. It's like
Yes. Yeah, which again is like all part of the puzzle and the challenge. And like
the spreadsheet.
It's fun. Yeah. Yeah. Well, funny enough, I actually did not have a spreadsheet for the Oregon Coast Trail. And I actually didn't have one for the Ouachita Trail either.
Come on. Well, maybe that's your secret sauce. Just don't do a spreadsheet.
I think so.
That's crazy. That's good. Yeah. So Oregon, on the Oregon Coast Trail, you're so you achieved it, you got it done. And what was your, because I'm looking at the different times here, and I'm sure you probably spent some considerable time out at some of the others where you failed or whatever, but being out there 7 days, 19 hours, 41 minutes, basically, you're alone out there. What is the biggest thing you learned about yourself through that, through attaining that FKT?
I learned so much on that FKT. The biggest thing I learned is that I could do it, and that I was actually so much closer than I thought I was. Like, I thought I had no idea what I was doing, had no business even being out there, and it turns out I actually know what I'm doing and can really like trust myself to make good decisions and figure it out along the way. And that like the last 4 years that I've spent doing these things that have been unsuccessful were not for nothing. And were actually vital and critical to my success now. So
all pieces of the puzzle. Yeah. So cool. How was your recovery afterwards?
It was great. My feet hurt a lot. My feet really hurt. They were probably sore or some version of numb for maybe up to like a month afterwards. But I got back into running really quickly, and it was great. I had a really smooth recovery.
Oh, really? Just curious, what shoes you wear?
On FKTs, I wear the Topo. What do I wear? The Mountain Racer. The Topo Mountain Racer.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But running, usually if I'm just like running like normal running, I wear Hoka. Speed Goat is usually what I wear.
Gotcha. Okay, just curious. Yeah, I'm always curious. If you do
the Topos are great. The Topos are. I just switched to them like this year. I was using Ultra for a long time.
That's what I've worn for a long time on the trails.
And they were great. The Ultras were great. But someone had recommended the Topos to me, and I tried them out, and I won't go back.
No, that's great. That's just curious for people listening, and for me even, because I haven't owned Topos. I've worn Ultras a lot. The Olympus are my long trail ones.
Those are the ones I like too.
Yeah, and then I've done the Lone Peak. So sell me on the Topos.
Okay, so the Topos, I really like the Topos. The Mountain Racer in particular, they don't have as much cushion as something like the Olympus. But you can feel like, I like when you can feel the ground. Have the ground feel with the contact. And so there's like minimal cushioning, but enough that's like supportive for the longer or like the multi-day stuff. And then they also have like that wide toe box the way Ultra does. So your feet can splay out. And I just think they're really comfortable. And they last a long time. Like I get like on like doing the longer stuff, I get like 600 miles out of a pair, which is
it's pretty good on the trails.
Yeah, I was not getting that many out of the Ultras. So
no, I destroy my
like 300 miles, they're done. Yeah.
I kind of crush them pretty good. do a Moab, and we're gonna retire these. They're done.
Totally. Yeah.
No, that's cool. Okay, I need to try those, because I've tried on some of the Topos, but I haven't tried those. So I'm always curious. I was on the Ultra Red team for a while, and then now that when they disbanded it and everything, and I was like, all right, I'm a free agent. I don't care anymore. Whatever
now you
works.
Can try anything you want. Yeah,
anything I want. That's right. I got all different stuff right now, but I hadn't done the Topos yet, so I'll have to give it a shot.
I recommend them. They're great.
Okay. All right. Good. All right. So let's get to the OT, man. Nick talked you into it. Did you go out there and did you do some training on the course for a bit before you set off?
Yeah, so it's a little funny. I had planned, so I came in from the West Coast, right? So I
Yeah.
had to, or I didn't have to fly, but I chose to fly. And
Yeah.
my trip out there it was about like 10 days that I had booked like for the whole thing. And the original intention was to go out and do like 5 days or so of like hiking on the trail, get to know it, get like real familiar. And I got to Oklahoma and there was rain in the forecast. And it was basically like, you got to go now. If you don't go now, you're going to be hiking, you're going to be running in the rain. And I was like, oh, shoot, well, we have to go now.
Oh, wow.
So I did, I got like like 10 miles of recon on the trail. So like not like half of a day or something.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
Nick helped me a ton with like all my beta and everything. And he helped me, we went out and like cached water in advance. So I did do that for the OT because it was really dry when I went
Yeah.
out.
Okay. Yeah.
And so I got a little bit of the lay of the land, but frankly, like had all these plans of getting to know the trail really well and then didn't have time.
Let's just go, man.
So no training.
Yeah. All right. You planned it, but yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
but it
man.
didn't work out that way.
Going in blind.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, for the
Mhm.
most part, that's kind of cool. I mean,
Yeah.
what a cool way you're experiencing after 10 miles every step.
It was all new. Yeah.
Nice. Well, and so I share with people a lot, when I ran Tahoe and some others, I had never been, and I've
Uh-huh.
done I'd never been to the Grand Canyon and went run the rim, the rim, and so
Uh-huh.
it's like I love that. I kind of like that, like you go and really experience a place the first time you're there, so it's kind of
Yeah.
cool, you know.
Yeah, and actually this was my first time in Oklahoma and Arkansas. So I had never been to
Really?
either place. So I mean, I thought doing the trail was going to be a great way to see those places anyway, but this was
Yeah.
like truly truly seeing it for the first time.
That's really cool. No.
Yeah.
So yeah. And so you have to, man, that's crazy. So I guess did you have to hurry up once you realized you had to do that? Did you had to hurry up and do your caches, or had you already done all
Yeah.
that? No. Yeah.
No, yeah, it was
Okay.
like, get to town. Okay, we need to go do all the stuff right now because you have to start on this day. Because if you don't start this day, you're going to miss the weather window. And it was just like, okay.
That's good. That's
Okay, let's
wild.
go.
All right. So what was the existing FKT that you were trying to beat when you started out?
Yeah, so I went self-supported, as
Okay.
you said, and there was no self-supported women's time
Okay.
when I
I
went.
didn't realize that.
But Fawn's time, of course, her supported time was there, and so I knew I wanted to chase her time. I didn't
Yeah.
know if I could do it, but I wanted to chase her, and I knew that even if I even if I wasn't as fast as Fawn, I knew that I could still come away with a self-supported record. So I
Yeah.
made her record, even though it was supported and mine was self. I made her time like the goal, and I was like, okay,
Yeah.
let's just chase Fawn and see
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah. That's good.
So that was the goal. Yeah.
Sweet, sweet. So, I don't. I should have called it up. What was Fawn's time?
She did it in 3 days, 22 hours.
Okay.
I'm not
Oh,
sure what the minutes are.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's so close.
Yeah,
That's
it
so
was close.
okay. We're gonna because I think
Yeah,
according to what Nick said, I think there's some things got pretty. The
got a
last.
little hairy.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So you start out on the trail. What are your
Uh-huh.
what's your impression of the trail? Your first day out. How'd it go? What did you learn that first day, and how did you tweak things?
Yeah. Okay, so I guess first I'll say my plan going into this was to like I said, I didn't have a spreadsheet. So I was just going on vibes.
Yeah,
So
vibes. I like it.
so I was chasing Fawn, and then I really just had a sleep strategy. And the sleep
Okay.
strategy was sleep twice, like sleep after day 1 and after day 2, and then dirt naps for the rest of it.
Okay.
So the strategy was do 2 days and then 1 really big push.
Okay.
So day 1, and I also had 1 resupply. So
Okay.
I
How long
got
did you give
more.
yourself to sleep? Sorry. Yeah. How long did
No,
you
it's
give
okay.
what was your planned sleep for each night?
plan was nothing goes to plan.
Okay,
My
yeah, but yeah, that's why I want to know.
Yeah.
Okay, what did you do?
Totally. My plan was to sleep about 4 hours, or not sleep. My plan was to be off my feet for 4 hours or for 2 nights, and then
Okay.
dirt nap for the rest of it. So it would be moving for 20 hours for 2 days, and then a big final push. Maybe we'll get to what actually happened.
Okay.
Okay. So day one, I also had one resupply, and which is when you get more like food and supplies. And there are other places along the trail where you could do this, but the only place that is like literally on trail is at Queen Wilhelmina, which is at it's like 51.
Okay.
So, so the only place to get more supplies is 50 miles in the 223-mile trail.
Yeah, that's interesting. So
So it's not really, it doesn't break it up that much, but I felt like, okay, so like the difference between choosing to do this fully unsupported, which would mean carrying all my stuff from start to finish without getting more supplies, and doing it self-supported, was having that resupply at Queen Wilhelmina.
Yeah.
And the reason I chose to do that is because the first half, or I mean, the whole trail is really technical, but the first like 50 miles are pretty technical. It's pretty rocky. It's a lot of
Yeah.
up and down. It's a lot of climbing. And I wanted to not be carrying 4 days of food.
Yeah,
And I
that makes sense.
thought, like, strategically, I could move faster if I only carry 1 day of food on that first day when it's like really rocky and technical, and then resupply, and then have to carry less for the rest of it.
Yeah.
So that was like a strategic choice to go self-supported that way. But so day one, I knew it was going to be technical and slow and rocky and just completely different from the West Coast.
Yeah.
And so I started at 3 a.m. To start the day, and I just like tried to take my time, tried to move really efficiently, and just knew that like day one was going to be the hardest, and like if I just get through that, it'll be gravy, right?
Yeah.
And day one went great. Like it met my expectations. It was rocky.
Sweet.
It was hard.
Yeah.
It was technical. It was all the things.
It's what I knew it would be. Yeah.
But I expected it. So
Yeah,
it was great, and spirits were high, and I made it to my resupply at Queen Wilhelmina that night. And I didn't know, based on how technical the trail is, how long that would take me. Like I said, I
Right.
trained on the West Coast. The trails are totally different. I had no
Yeah.
idea how fast I
Yeah.
could move out here. So I was stoked with how day one went. I got to my resupply. I wasn't sure if I was going to get there, and I did. So I got to my resupply, and I went into the lodge, got my box, got my food, and was back out on the trail in 6 minutes.
Wow. You
It was
just
incredible.
ready to keep moving, right?
Just FKTing the resupply. It was great. And got back on the trail after that resupply, and pretty much after that started looking for a spot to sleep, because I was like, all right, I made it here. I'm going to sleep now. So maybe a couple miles later, I slept for the first time. And when I say sleep, I mean I literally throw my like bivvy with my quilt in the middle of the trail and just lay down in the trail.
So was it dark by then? It was.
Oh yeah. It was dark. There's definitely, I also didn't see like any people. There's like no one around or anything. So I'm just literally
crazy
laying
Katie.
down
Just
in the middle of the trail. Yeah, just getting real weird out there. And you lay down for a few hours, and then you get up and keep going.
What were the temps when you did it? I mean, because it that time of year can be hot, can be cold. You just don't know. Yeah. What was it?
Yeah. That was the other thing. I was prepared. I thought it was going to be cold. So I had a 20-degree quilt, and like I had all the warm stuff. It was 70 degrees, like 90% humidity.
Welcome to Oklahoma and
total
Arkansas.
fool out there. No, it was ridiculous. So it was very hot and humid and really dry. It hadn't rained in a long time, so there was no water anywhere.
It was coming. That's why you had to start quick.
Exactly. Yeah, no, I should have started after the rain. There would
There
have been
you go.
water, but it's fine. It's fine.
So, you just, I mean, threw a blanket, you lay down,
hmm
covered yourself,
Yep.
crashed
Sleep
out
for a few
for,
hours
yeah, and then
and
got
then
back
get
up.
up and keep going.
Nice. So what were you eating? Just curious. Like what
Uh-huh.
I always love to hear because I listen to Nick. He does some ridiculous things with
hmm
a peanut butter jar and stuff. But what were you
Yeah.
doing? It's like
Yeah. Okay. So I'm kind of notoriously a bad eater on these things. I am really trying to work on it. But a lot of runner stuff, runner gels, tons of liquid stuff. I really love Carbs Fuel. I don't know if you're
yeah, yeah,
familiar with that brand. I
yeah.
love them.
Do you use the gels or the
hmm
mix? Those
Both. I love both.
those
Yeah,
big
the gels
the
and the
two
mix.
dollar gels that they're yeah
They're great.
they're cheap.
Fantastic. They're cheap. They're
200
great.
calories.
Love
Yeah,
them. Yeah.
yeah.
No, so like tons of gels, liquid calories. Yeah, the Carbs Fuel, Tailwind. I was also using Rec Pack. I know Nick has used them too. They're like, it's basically a powdered meal, like
Okay.
in a packaging design that's basically shaped like a bottle. So all you have to do is add water to it and shake it up, and then you can just like drink it right away.
Yeah.
Um, and the it's supposed to be like a meal replacement, so it's 700 calories for
Oh
like
wow.
this
Yeah.
drink, and it's awesome. And I really struggle to like eat the real food on this stuff, and
I'm
Rec
gonna
Pack
make a
has made
note
it
because
really
Rec Pack. I
easy.
need to
Yeah.
look into that. That's another.
They're great. They're used a lot in other outdoor circles, like climbing. They're really big,
Okay.
like backpacking and things like that.
So it's about so how much are you carrying with you if you I mean
Mhm.
because you got to bring a lot of food and stuff. So how much did your
Uh-huh.
pack weigh after after your resupply?
Ugh. I don't. Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, day one was great because I only had to carry the food for like that day. But then
Yeah.
after that, I picked up food for the rest of the trail. So then I was carrying food for, almost 3 days.
Yeah.
I don't remember how much I had packed. I think I packed about 6,000 calories per day. But
Okay.
I don't think I ate it all. So I was also just
Yeah.
like carrying around a lot of dead
Extra
weight in my
extra stuff.
food. Yeah. But I definitely tried to pack very light otherwise outside of the food so that the food is the main
Yeah.
weight. I don't think my bag weighed more than like 20 pounds. So
Okay.
it
That's not
wasn't
too
it
terrible
wasn't too bad.
with water
Yeah.
and stuff. What pack did you end up using?
I used the Nashville Pack Cutaway.
Okay.
It's like a through hiking bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I've learned a lot about, sort of like the
Those are those.
crossover between the hikers and the runners, and, like, I feel like the runners are all trying to do it with, like, their running gear, and the hikers are
Yeah.
all doing it with, like, hiker gear, and what
Yeah.
we really need is, like, the middle. Yeah.
Yeah. Nick told me about that brand of pack or whatever. They're real cheap. No.
Mhm. They're great.
Yeah, they're great, but they're not cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything is so expensive.
Yeah, yeah, I know. That's funny. I looked at it, I was like, "Oh, look at that. I'm not getting that." That's crazy. That's
Yeah, but they're really great bags. I
yeah,
mean, I use the same bag on the PCT, so I mean,
yeah,
they'll hold up over like 3,000 miles. Like
yeah, yeah.
they're
It's worth
solid.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's worth it when you're doing stuff like
Uh-huh.
what you're doing and all. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so yeah. So you first you day one, you get your resupply and
Yeah,
you get
day
to
one's
and
great.
yeah, you go take your dirt nap. What time did you get to your resupply? It was dark already when you got it and
Mhm.
then yeah.
Yeah, I think I got there at like 7:30 in the evening or something like
Okay.
that. So it was
Okay.
dark. Yeah.
And then so you get some rest and then you start again
Yep.
in the dark, I guess, right?
Yeah, and then I started again. I can't remember. I think it was like midnight when I started again.
Okay, okay. Oh, yeah, and you gotta make sure you're carrying enough, your headlamp or waist lamp and
Uh-huh.
batteries and all that too, because you got
Yeah. So I
yeah.
made I made a very big mistake on this trail in that I did not have a waist lamp. I've actually never used a waist lamp before. I've only ever used headlamps.
Oh, they're
So
fantastic.
I
I love
didn't
them.
even consider it.
Yeah.
But I did. I had two headlamps, mostly because the OT is a trail that you do in the shoulder season. So you're doing it in spring or fall most of the time. And in the spring or the fall, there's a lot of nighttime
Yeah, yeah,
hiking,
yeah,
or
yeah,
it's dark for most of the time.
yeah,
So I had two headlamps because I knew I was going to be doing a lot of night hiking, and one battery on the headlamp like wasn't going to last for the full 6 or 8 hours or something that I was going to have to do in the dark. So I would
yeah,
just like switch them out as I went.
yeah.
But the OT is very, very, very challenging in the dark because you can't see anything.
Yes, and especially with a
Uh,
headlamp because it's so
yes.
rocky and technical,
Yes.
and that's and I'm on
It was a mistake.
the Ultraspire team. But I would use it anyway. I have their lumens waist lamp, and it lets you get that depth percent. I love it. I tell people, I was like, it's a game
Yeah.
changer at night. I still put a little headlamp on to turn around, look around, and
Yeah.
I'll just hit it when I need it. But the way, so kudos for doing that with a headlamp.
It was so bad, David.
How were your toes? Did you kick a lot of rocks?
Oh, it wasn't. It was more like, okay, the OT is, it's not the West Coast, right? It is not a beautiful, clear trail of dirt through the woods that you can look out
right.
into the forest and see endlessly.
Right.
It's like, where's the trail?
Yeah.
It's like there's some blue paint on the trees, and hopefully you can find it. Like,
yeah. In the,
and in
and
the
then
dark,
leaves covering the
and
part
the
of the tree. Yeah. Oh my
leaves.
gosh. Yes.
It was so
you don't know what you're
hard.
stepping on. You
Have no idea what you're stepping on. In the dark, you can't see the trail because there is no trail, and you can't see the blazes because the blazes are blue.
Oh yeah. There you go. Oh.
And it's just, it is an experience in the dark, that trail.
There you go.
Yeah. So pro tip to anyone who wants to do this now, like, take a waist lamp.
Yeah. 100%.
You'll have a much better time.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. So you continue on, and so day one, check according to plan.
Yeah.
Get your nap, resupply,
Yep.
and now you're cruising. How's day two? What's up?
Yeah. Okay. So day two, I think part of the reason day one went so well is because my expectations were it's going to be slow, it's going to be hard, and you're gonna get through it, right?
Yeah.
Like, those are my expectations. My expectations for day two were you're going to be in it, it's going to feel easier, the terrain is going to get better, like whatever. But instead, the terrain doesn't change. It's still very rocky and technical.
More of the same.
It doesn't change. More of the same. And now I'm carrying not 1 day of food. I'm carrying 3 days of food. So it's harder. So day two was hard. It was hard. And with something of this length, 223 miles can seem really short in some ways, and also like very long. So on day two, it starts to feel both. Like, you're almost done, so you can't stop pushing because it's so short. But it's so long.
And I'm so
It's
tired.
so long, and I'm so tired, and it's so hard.
And my feet hurt. Did I mention my feet hurt?
And why is it so hard?
And where are these rocks? Stupid rocks everywhere.
Day two was just, it was hard and slow. And I found myself like taking multiple breaks and just being like, man, why isn't this easier? I thought this was going to be easier. But it wasn't. It was super hard. So day two was challenging. And by the end of it, I was like, oh man, I don't know if I'm going to be able to hold on for the rest of this, because by the end of day two, I'm still not even halfway in. And not only that, I'm not even halfway. And after that, I'm not sleeping anymore.
Oh,
it's just going to be crazy. So yeah, I mean, day two was hard. I also think my fueling wasn't great, which always makes things really hard. And I went, sorry, what were you going to say?
No, it's hard because you go through different, to stay on top of your fueling when you're concentrating on moving, and your stomach gets funky because it always does. At least, it's never going to be like, oh, give me a Big Mac. It's just always something.
Never.
And you got to fuel because you hit the lows, and then, you start getting down, and you're like, oh, I got to eat, whatever. So,
It's rough.
Did you have a for day two? Did you have a time that you were going to stop and chill, or was it our mileage that you were going to stop and try to rest for a little bit?
I was planning on just going until like the time I had planned on sleeping. So I was planning to just go until 7 or 8 p.m. that night, and I had started at midnight.
Yeah.
Day sleep before.
It's a long day.
So it's a long day.
Yeah.
So I mean, the day it chewed me up. It was hard. And by the end of it, it was like 6 or 6:30, and I'm like doing the math of like where I am and how far I have to go. And I'm just kind of like, does it really matter if I sleep now and wake up 30 minutes earlier? Or, does it really matter? So eventually I just decided to go to sleep. So I went to sleep it was like 6:30 at night, and it's dark, right? Because it's November and sun sets at like 3 p.m.
Yeah, exactly.
So I decided to go to sleep, and because I went to sleep so early, I then had to wake up. Like I woke up the next day to start hiking at like 11 p.m.
That's funny. You woke up the next, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It's like still the middle of the night. So I got a little bit extra sleep that night. I thought my plan had been to sleep 4 hours for both of the nights, but by the end of day 2, I was so tired that I thought I'll sleep or be off my feet like 1 extra hour, and that'll kind of like front load the sleep for this then like really long push that I know I'm going to do on nothing. So I was off my feet for about 5 hours, and got up, was hiking again by like 11:30, and was still totally exhausted and felt like garbage.
Sleep didn't work. It's like, okay.
Didn't do anything. And just like kept hiking in the dark. And of course, because of everything I just said about the rocks and the leaves and the blazes, and you can't see anything, the night hiking was just extremely slow, like just so much slower than I expected to be going. But you don't have a choice. Like the sun's not coming up anytime soon, and I can't stop here, so I just have to keep going. Kind of what you said earlier, like you don't have a choice, like you just have to keep going, so you do.
It's either that or live here now.
Exactly, or I live here now. Which I did consider.
It's kind of nice.
It might have been preferable. And then I went into the really long push after that, and everything just sort of started going haywire. My fueling was a mess, so I wasn't eating very well, and that just it was just like repeatedly like kind of catch up and then bonk again, and then like kind of catch up and bonk again. Somewhere like midday on that third day, I started to kind of like make the turn and started to feel really good, and finally started to eat like real food, like not just like candy and gels and liquids and stuff. I was like, oh, I'm actually hungry. And I did do the peanut butter jar thing that you're referring to. It's called cold soaking. So you just take like, I use ramen most of the time. So you just like put the dry ramen in a jar and cover it with water, and then just like let it rehydrate. It sounds totally disgusting, and in any other scenario it probably is, but when you're on the trail and like 3 days in, it's delicious.
Dude, ramen, that's
so
how
good.
people, I don't eat ramen normally because it's just nutritionally, but on the trail, oh man, it's so good.
Best
Give me
thing
some
for
chicken
you.
ramen.
So good. It's so good. Just hits the spot. So that was great. So I finally started eating, and I felt like things were turning around, and as usually happens in these things, ebbed and flowed, and the fueling went to crap again, and and then night fell again, and the night was always horrendous because I can't see anything. Just like losing my mind. And that overnight, the plan had always been to go overnight. So mentally I was prepared to do that.
Just dig deep and go.
But it was so difficult with the trail conditions to like not be able to see and stuff. Like I felt like I was losing my mind. Like, I was just like, I can't see where I'm going. And then I'm like looking at the map on my phone, and then going like blind because of the light on my phone, and then trying to see in the dark. And it was just like a lot of crying, a lot of like just
Were you talking
horrible.
out loud to yourself?
just screaming, like just having such a bad time, like and not
Yeah.
fun at all.
Yeah.
And, yeah, and like made it through the overnight, and then it's the next day, and I'm like really feeling motivated to finish, to like get done during daylight. By this point, I'm still on track to be. I was far ahead of Fawn, and I was on track to finish in like 3 days and like 15 hours or something. So I was like, I'm gonna crush it. Like I'm really excited.
Yeah.
But I kept on like ebbing and flowing with the fueling and the terrain, which is difficult, and like all the things. And eventually realized that I was gonna have to hike into the night again.
Yeah.
Because I was not moving very well. And once I realized I was going to have to go into the night again, I just like had a total meltdown. It's just like, I can't do it. I did the like, I'm going to live here now thing.
You go, okay, you did.
I just sat down. I was like, I don't know what to do.
I'm going to build a cabin
for
there.
Like 10 hours. Yeah. And this whole time I'm like, communicating with my husband. I'm texting Nick. I'm like so angry. I'm like, why'd you tell me to do this? This is horrible.
It's Nick's fault. It's all Nick's fault.
This is like all your fault. And I don't know. Eventually night came again, and I have been like crying for such a long, like I don't know, just like crying,
just a mess,
delirious, bonking, having a horrible time. I lost tons of time at night again because I'm like moving so slow, and clearly because I finished in about 3 days and 20 hours. So I mean, I lost hours of time in like, I felt like I was just wandering around aimlessly in the woods, which I know I wasn't, but it felt like it because I can't see where the trail is. And just, I don't know, had a total meltdown. It was not gracious.
It was not great. It was a slugfest till the end.
It was a slog. It was a sufferfest. I mean, I wasn't in pain, but I was just really depleted, like very, very depleted. And I realized by the end that my sleep strategy was probably not the right one.
Yeah.
That,
well, you learned.
that actually I maybe could have, like, had I just slept a little bit longer or like took a more solid sleep, like on that third night, I would have been fine. But instead I just kept trying to push through it because the plan was to go overnight, and I can't stop and sleep. I'm going to lose too much time. And then you lose more time by slowing down. And it's so interesting how all these things have to like fit together to make it happen, because it's not about just running anymore.
No.
It's like
and what's crazy is
stuff.
like what works for you might not work the
Might
same
not work
for me.
for someone else. Yeah.
And so I had to learn those, when I'm doing the 200 milers and stuff, like, okay, I tried a certain thing and end up wasting a lot of time with trying not to sleep, and I'm bobbing and weaving on the trails, and instead of just taking a nap,
Exactly. And if you just took a nap, it would have been better.
Yeah. Oh man. So you bebopping through the night again. Did you hallucinate? Did you?
Okay. I think no, but
I think no.
But I kind of, I'm not sure. Like, I wasn't seeing things, but when I think about how just overwhelmed, I mean, I just couldn't find my way. Like, I was talking to Nick on the phone as I'm like lost on the trail, and he's like, no, it should be really like chill and flat and like easy. And I'm like, I don't know. There's like a mountain in front of me. Like, he's like, I think you're just really depleted.
I can remember my first 200, Tahoe 200. I remember at night, I'm seeing all these lights, and it's the second night, and I'm like, what? Why am I out here? What's going? Like, what is happening?
Where am I again?
Oh, I'm in a race. I'm in Tahoe. Okay, what is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I mean, I don't know about hallucinating, but definitely like very delirious. Yeah.
Well, how beautiful was the end of the trail to you when you got there? was it good? Was it nice?
Okay.
Was it?
The end of the trail is all uphill.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that. Well, great. It's fantastic.
So
yeah,
cool.
Yeah,
fantastic. So it was uphill. Yeah. So I'm just like, so angry, like angry climbing.
Yeah.
But the end was fantastic. It was, I mean, I knew it was coming, and I'm like really, really wrecked. And like power hike up this, I don't know, like staircase hill thing. And then you kind of like get into the park and then you run down to the sign. And Nick was there at the end for me. And
Nice.
he's like, come on, let's go. And I'm like running. And I like run over and slam the sign and then just like immediately sit down with my bag on and just like like collapse onto myself. And Nick has this video of me like running in and I touch the sign and collapse. And then it's just like dead quiet. Like I don't say anything. It's just like absolutely nothing. And then like 2 minutes pass. And then I pop my head up and go, what was the time? It's like
I was
clearly
hoping
I
Nick
only cared
videoed
about
it
what the time was.
because
Yeah.
I want to see the video, and if you're okay with it, I'll post it. But
For sure. Yeah, you can. You can.
But so
But
that's
it's funny
good.
because it's like kind of like anticlimactic, but
Yeah.
like the only thing I care about is what the time is.
It's so good. Oh
He's
man.
like, okay, Katie.
But what are when you do something like that, the relief when it's done, it's like I did it, and I
I'm
don't have
so
to do it
happy it was
anymore
over.
right now.
I mean, I think also one of my problems is I was okay again because like 223 miles can be really like long or really short depending
Yeah.
on how you look at it. And I think from like 100 miles to the finish, I was like counting down. So I like started
Mm,
too early. So
yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I want to be done. I want to be done. I want to be done. And then you're like 30 miles out and you're like, I can't wait to be done. But 30 miles is still so long.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you still have like 10 hours until you're going to be there.
It's those mind games. And so one of the things that I tell people, and I coach runners that do these long runs, and you in your mind you can't think of the whole 100, 200 miles. You got to think either aid station to aid station, whatever. Well, you didn't have any aid stations.
No
You
aid
just like
station.
just keep moving forward. It's like, I mean, you have
Yeah, and
markers, but
the nice thing about the OT is there are mile markers
yeah,
on they're almost every mile, which is really fun. Or T's because
yeah,
like I'm still so far away.
yeah. Aw. Well, but that's pretty amazing that you showed up, didn't get to know the trail, and still got out there and through all of the struggles, pitching fits, cursing the
Yeah.
trail, you still pushed through and made it. So there's something in you that's like, all right, this really stinks, but I'm just gonna keep moving.
Yeah, or there's just some kind of enjoyment in the suffer, I suppose. I don't know.
It's that type 2 fun, I think, in it,
Or type 3.
our type whatever. Yeah, exactly. Like it's just really sucks, but then we did it. So
Yeah, and you learn something about yourself, right? Like you
yeah,
learn
exactly.
I'm not sure what yet, but
Yeah. You're
yeah.
still figuring that part out, but uh,
Yeah.
well, congratulations on that. And
Thank
I
you.
just I think it's amazing. I love the story though. I love that we got to hurry up and do it. And that I'm a planner, so that kind of would mess with my
Mhm.
head a little bit. I think I would do okay with
Mhm.
it, but because I've had a race where right before somebody stole my phone and I was going to be using my phone to contact, it was
Oh,
part of my thing.
no.
And so I was just like, I had to just like, I was freaking out. And then it was one of those
Did you
almost
do it anyway?
self-supported races. And then I had to just, okay, it's going to be all right. What can we do? And then I did it, and so it was,
Uh-huh.
we figured it out. But so like, okay, I got to
Yeah.
start like, okay, what do we need to do?
With this too, I mean, believe me, that it was a challenge. I mean,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
like, okay, I guess we have to go. And, you know, I took time and resources and money. Like I
Yeah.
was out in a state that I don't live in. Like I traveled, I took time away from work, I was away from my family. Like I was
Yeah.
there to do something,
Yeah.
and I wasn't going to let something just completely throw it off when there are going to be on an FKT there's going to be so many things that
Yeah.
pop up out of nowhere and so many challenges you have to deal with that I really just tried to view it as like, okay, this is the first thing. Like how
Yeah.
are we going to figure this out because
Well,
I'm
yeah.
here to I have like a job to do,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I'm like committed to doing this not only for myself but like to all the other people in my life who've supported me in doing this and like
Mm,
allowed this to unfold this way. Like I owe it to them to not just like quit every time something gets hard, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. When like you said, it's the first thing that it happened before you even started. So it's like,
Yeah.
okay, let's just do it. Let's just deal with it. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or I'm like, I'm here to do this. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, might as well. Let's get over.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's good. And that's the mindset we have to have. You know, you're gonna
Mhm.
have problems. You got to troubleshoot, and sometimes it starts before the race, and you gotta deal with it.
Yeah. And sometimes I think like that can work to your advantage, right? Like I think the fact that I had to travel and I had, you know, it wasn't like my backyard and I couldn't just go anytime I wanted. Like
Yeah.
those things are what really kept me like in it, you know,
Yeah.
and really kept me motivated to like be there and do it. It's not something that I can just like go off and do anytime I want, you know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. No kidding.
yeah.
How was your recovery after for this one? Pretty good.
Recovery was great. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Good.
Yeah. I'm back. I'm fully running again. I'm doing workouts and
Sweet.
feeling great.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. Well, what do you wear like an InReach and your watch when you're doing an FKT?
Mhm.
Okay, you're
Yep.
tracking it multiple. What watch are you wearing?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm using the Coros.
The
I think it's
Vertix
like
or
the
the
Apex
okay, the
Pro or
Apex.
something. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Those are pretty.
Yeah.
The
It's
battery
good.
life on there. I don't
Battery
know
life.
what kind of
Can't beat
juju
it.
they put in there, man. It's like
Yeah.
it's magic.
Yeah. I used to use a Garmin. And then when I kind of shifted into ultra stuff, I was like, well, this battery only lasts 12 hours and
Yeah.
I need something longer. And
Yes.
that like blew my mind the first time. I was like, I need a battery that lasts
This
longer
is-
than 12 hours? What am I doing?
I have issues. Yes.
Yeah, something changed and I don't like it. Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm going to buy another watch.
Yeah, I'll just get a new watch. It'll be
Yes,
fine.
that's right. Well, I mean, so you had these great efforts in 2025, and so I almost hate to ask, but I have to ask. Like, so what are you going to try to conquer next? Like, what are you thinking? Or do you already have a spreadsheet or not spreadsheet?
I have a spreadsheet for the
Okay, all
next
right.
one. Yeah. Yeah, I have some big plans for this
Okay.
year. I'm not ready to talk
Okay,
about
that's
them
okay. That's all right.
publicly.
All
But
right.
yeah, definitely watch
Can you
out.
like really long miles or?
We're definitely longer than the OT. Yes.
Okay, all right. We'll leave it there. We'll leave it there. I don't want you to out your Okay. That's good. We'll
Letting
be
all the
watching.
secrets out.
We'll be
Yeah.
watching.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good. Oh man. Well, I love it. You know, I love, you're doing FKTs and we do, ultras, and I love being outside. And I understand the mindset is great. And thanks for hopping on and sharing your journey and some of your methods and your struggles. I mean, thanks for sharing. I love that. I'll say it. I love that you kept failing, but that you continued to push. You know what I mean? That in
Thank
spite of
you.
it, you continue to push, and that you're succeeding now. And I hope you keep crushing. I can't wait to see what you're going to do next.
Oh, thank you so much, David. And yeah, I hope that is a takeaway for everyone. I really encourage everyone to just like keep trying. Like
Yeah.
if you want to do something, you can. You really can.
Yeah,
And
learn from it and push. Just go.
yeah, and just like don't give up, like keep trying. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, thanks so much. I'm glad we finally got to meet. And
Yeah, this is
it-
great.
if you decide to do some other trails around Oklahoma and Arkansas, I have to Nick and I might be able to show up and give you some support together.
Totally. I hear good things about the Ozark Trail. So might
It's pretty
be
cool.
back for that
It's
one.
pretty
Yeah.
cool. There's some rocks, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, now I know.
Now you
I
know.
know.
Yeah.
And I'll get the waist lamp though before.
There you go. I got a discount code if you want.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, I'll let
We'll
you know.
talk after.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, take
Perfect.
care, Katie. So good to get to know you.
Yeah, you too. Thanks so much,
All
David.
right.
Took a little time just to find my pace. Clear the noise, put my mind in place. I had to slow down just to see the road. Now I'm back with a fire ready to explode. Rest isn't quitting, it's strength rebuild. New horizon rising on the dreams I built. Feet on the ground, heart burning bright. Ready for the push, ready for the fight. I'm making a comeback. Watch me rise. comeback. Watch me rise from the lowest valley to the mountain sky. Every mile